What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I finally got my hand on One Piece cards. It took a little bit of a while. I ordered these from Amazon Japan. You'll notice it is from Amazon Japan because we got the exclusive box. It's literally just a box that you put the cards in. It looks like this. You open it up. It looks like this. You store cards in. It's kind of nice. As a side note, twice Amazon Japan have had exclusive boxes that you had to buy starter decks over on Amazon Japan to get, and both times they have ended up being made available in England, UK, US, Europe, etc. So I wouldn't worry too much. If you did miss out on this, I wouldn't worry. There's an argument I shouldn't have even bothered doing this, but I'm hoping this video gets a few views and that makes it worth it. Annoyingly, I had to use a proxy address because the shipping was ridiculous. And I selected like the super fast shipping, which I never do because it's more expensive. And it took about 2 or 3 times as long as it would have done with the usual shipping I use, which is super annoying. But we have them now. So yeah, let's take a look at all 4 of the starter decks. Now, as a side note, we are going to try getting through all 4 in one video, which means that we've got quite a lot to get through. So we might as well get rolling. Now, of course, I've had a bunch of questions about this, so let me be super clear now. No, the Japanese decks are not going to be legal for tournament play in England and US, Europe, etc. They're only going to be legal for tournament play in Japan. And I've seen a bunch of people online basically going, well, hang on a second. Why? Why are people buying these if they can't play with them when, when the game's out over here? Well, the answer for me is very simple. I keep buying all the Digimon decks in Japan, and honestly, especially for One Piece now, I just really want to take a look at some of the cards. I just want to have some of the cards. And I'm going to put them in a binder and they're going to look pretty and it's going to be lovely. And then I'm going to rebind them in English because, kind of has to. So we've got ourselves a play sheet here. It's nice and simple. It's just, got the rules on one side and it's got the play area on the other. It's all in Japanese. But then we have the actual cards themselves. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to finally get a look at some actual One Piece TCG cards in person. I have waited for this so long. I've been in on One Piece since the minute they announced it, and now I actually get to see them. So, starting off then, here is what we're really excited about. Here is the leader card. Now, you'll notice it is foiled all over. You will also notice that, is it? Yeah, it's got a different card back. Leader has a red card back, regular cards have blue. Remember, leaders don't actually go into your deck. So what we've got here is just a lovely holo leader, no texturing or anything like that. Just ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill mirror holo. It's what I call kind of all-over holo. It's beautiful. I like it. Now, we're not going to spend a huge amount of time going through all of the cards. We've already done a video looking at all of the cards. So what I'm going to do here is really just kind of show you the deck as we flick through. Some of them come as 4-ofs, some of them come as 2-ofs. Obviously, all the vanillas come as 4-ofs, and the better cards tend to come as 2-ofs. And then we get to this. Now, this is the Luffy character card. Again, it's been designated as a super rare. What that really just means is they've put the holo on it. No texturing, just holo, but it's kind of beautiful. And obviously, only 2 copies of that. Then we've got ourselves some event cards, which are the ones we've seen before, which are really rather lovely. Oh, that's quite nice. A stage card looks kind of nice with that new border. And then we've got ourselves 10 Don cards. That is, of course, your Don deck. Because you do need 10 Don cards. You get them in your starter deck. So that's the first half. Oh, this is going to get super annoying as we go through trying to keep all this in order. There is a part of me that considered doing a video on each of the starter decks. But no, I just want to dig into them all. So there's your Arona Zoro. That is another character that's been designated as a super rare. And again, we get 2 copies of it. Only 2, unfortunately. And then we got ourselves all of the other dudes. Lots of 4-ofs, couple of 2-ofs. Again, for the sake of this video, we're not going to spend a huge amount of time going through what all the cards do. I've done that video for all of the starter decks. I don't think we need to go through it again. And what we're really doing here is just showing off what the cards look like in person. looking at the lovely Mirror Hollow super rares and all of that. There's Tony Chopper, your one-cost blocker. Of course, this starter deck, a bunch of you have probably had a play with online, because this is the starter deck you can use on the tutorial app. And by the way, anyone who has yet to pick up the tutorial app, cannot recommend it highly enough. Really, really good and useful for actually starting to play the game, learning the basic rules, understanding the importance of Don, and all of that good stuff. So let's just stash them away in there just for the minute. When the video's over, I can sleeve them up and think about how I'm going to store them and things of that nature. But, you know, you guys don't need to watch that. You just want to see all of the cards. Now, it's kind of weird, because initially there was a big One Piece live stream where Bandai showed off a bunch of stuff, or Bandai Namco, and they gave us the actual deck list for the purple and red starter decks, but for some reason they didn't bother doing that for the other two, so I suppose this is where we learn which cards come as 2-ofs and which cards come as 4-ofs. So we can do that quickly for the next couple of decks. I think we're opening them in order. Like, for someone like myself, I've made so many videos about One Piece. Videos about the initial reveal and... Oh, wait a second. Right, there's your leader. And it's all hollowed up. And again, it's mirror hollow. No texturing on any of these cards, but they still look beautiful. And I believe the leaders, they feel a little bit thicker than the rest of the cards, which could be interesting when we get to actually packs. We'll find out. So yeah, only 2 of that dude. And only 2 of that dude. And only 2 of that dude. And then, of course, we've got Eustace Kid here. That's your super rare. That's all hollow and lovely. So there's only going to be 2 of those. And then when we get to all the vanilla cards, the less interesting cards, I got 4 of these at least, we will get a lovely playset of them. But, you know, for somebody like myself, who, you know, plays so many videos from when it was first revealed to all the news and basically everything about it, to actually finally see these cards in person is wonderful. And there's your Don deck. There is a magazine that's got a promo on, which comes out, it officially releases tomorrow. Although tomorrow is... Oh no, actually, technically it released 23 minutes ago as I record this, because it has just become Friday in Japan. And I managed to pre-order that on Amazon Japan. And pre-ordering on Amazon Japan is great, because it means they will send it super quickly. And I should, although it comes out Friday, I should have that on Monday, I'm hoping. And then I got a promo card as well. No promo pack yet, unfortunately. So there's your Trafalgar Law, and again, that's a super rare, so we get 2 copies of it. And then we get all of these dudes. So there's a vanilla character. Obviously, we get a playset. We then get ourselves... Oh, we do get a playset here, which is rather lovely. Although, again, it's, you know, it's your one-cost blocker. It's not exactly the best card ever. Vanilla card, obviously you get a playset, and this is deliberate, right? The better cards you get as 2-ofs. My advice here is the same as it was for Digimon and has been all along. You need to buy 2... Well, no, that's a lie. If you want to play competitively and take it seriously, you need 2 of each of the starter decks. We can argue about this, but realistically speaking, you need to buy 2 of each of the starter decks, so you've got a playset of everything. Because you never know what's going to end up being good in the future. You know, some cards get better or worse as time goes by, new cards come out that supplement older cards, etc. So the reality is, you're better off. You know, like, if you take Digimon as an example, in the red starter deck you had Gaia Force, and you had the Greymon that gives you extra security attack. Both of those have ended up being really, really good cards. And they've been reprinted as alternate art here and there in various places. But people like myself, who went out day 1 and just got 2 of each of the starter decks, did end up having quite a big advantage, because those cards ended up getting a bit annoying. Right, so now we go on to our Crocodile starter deck. This is your blue starter deck. This is the other one, incidentally, where for some reason they never told us what came as 2-ofs and what came as 4-ofs. So once again here, if you want to, you know, take a note as we go through, you can see which are 2-ofs and which are 4-ofs. So there is your Crocodile leader. There we go. I'm sure these leaders end up with... I'm sure it's slightly thicker card stock. We've then got Crocodile as a character card. 2 of those because they are designated as super rare. 2 of those. And 2 of these, dude. But I am going to start watching One Piece soon, and then I'm going to have all of that lovely knowledge, and it's going to be great. I hear it's a really short anime with only a few episodes, so I should be able to get through it pretty quickly and then know everything. Said nobody ever. But I've heard nothing but good things about One Piece, and the TCG is going to be super excited, so you better believe I'm going to be going all in on it. And there's your Don deck. Yeah, you get a Don deck in all the starter decks, and sure, if you get yourself, if you go and buy 2 of each starter, you can end up with 8 Don decks. That's too much Don. You only get 10 per deck. You know, in your deck, you have 10 Don cards. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. Of course, you do get Don in packs as well. And you know there's going to be promo Don down the line. So you're going to end up with an awful lot of Don you don't need. So that's Don Quixote. Couple of those because they are of course designated as super rare and they're foiled. So as you've seen from the starter deck so far, you get 1 foil leader and there are 2 super rares and you get 2 of them each. So 5 foil cards in total. No texture, just mirror foil, but they still look absolutely brilliant and are lovely and wonderful and awesome. There's Trafalgar D. Law, and like I say, we've done videos. I would highly recommend you go and check them all out. There are videos on this channel with all 4 starter decks, so I go through all of the cards and we look at what's good. Although, and I do think this does bear repeating, we don't really know what's good right now. Like, even the people that have been testing with proxies and with starter decks and things of that nature, but we've not really had a meta coming around. And we all know that, you know, playing a few games with your friends is fun, but it's not really going to lead you to know what the meta is and what's really good and all of that. So please do just bear in mind that we don't know anything about the card game yet. We don't know what's good. We don't know what the top decks are going to be. And honestly, it's going to take a while for that to come out. So, you know, do be a little bit careful. Now, if, like me, you've booked in to go to a super pre-release, you are probably, and I'm hoping I can get more, but you're probably going to be limited to 1 starter deck. And remember, the super pre-release starter decks have alternate art first edition leader cards, which is quite nice. If you could somehow get the first edition and regular starter deck, then you would be buying each of the starter decks twice, but you would have the 2 different arts of leader, which would be pretty cool. But I think I'm going to go for Kaido. I think if I can only have one, I think this is going to be my choice. So we got Kaido there as a leader, all lovely and hollow, and I'm sure the card stock is a little thicker. We then have Kaido coming in as a super rare with the lovely foil. And then we get the rest of it. So that's an interesting card. You only get 2. That's an interesting card. So you're only going to get 2. Lots of 2-offs of the better cards. Remember though, we were actually given, this was the other one along with the red deck, where we were given the full set list. So in the video where I did this, I've actually got a video, I've got an image, sorry, I share in the video, which does give you, you know, the counts on screen. Also fun to note, this and the red deck are the only ones that have a stage card in. The blue and green don't have stage cards, and there's your Don deck again. But the purple and the red do. So that's a fun little side note. Doesn't really mean very much. It's just a nice thing to note. And now I can feel very good and happy about myself because I've got the starter decks. I've actually got some One Piece cards with a promo on the way. Although I need to try and find a promo pack in Japanese. That would be lovely. Bit expensive at the moment, but hopefully down the line. So we got ourselves a couple of King, which of course is a super rare and therefore a lovely hollow. And then we got ourselves all the rest of them. We got 4 of there. And only, no, 4 of them, full playset there. And then of course we got vanilla character, so you know we're getting a playset of all the vanilla characters, which on the one hand is a little bit sad, but I'm sure we will get over it in time. Then we got the last couple of cards here coming in as playsets. And then here we got a vanilla character, so obviously a playset. And then just a playset of X Drake to finish off. And there we go. And I know that was a fairly whistle-stop tour, But we wanted to have a look at all of the starter decks. We wanted to try and do it all in one video. And I really didn't want to do a video where I was going through what all of the cards did and telling you how good I thought they were. Because we did that video already. We already did those videos. I didn't think it was worth doing again. But now we've got the starter decks. We've seen them opened. And like I say, every starter deck, you get the full Don deck. You get yourself the leader, which I believe is on slightly thicker cardstock. It certainly feels like it. And that is a mirror holo, no texture. And then there are 4, 2 each of 2, super rares that are mirror foil, no texture in each of the decks. But of course, the super pre-release is what we're really excited for, because that is going to give us the alternate art leader, and I am psyched. But now it's over to you guys. Have you picked these decks up in Japanese? Which ones are you excited about? Are you going to a super pre-release? Tell me what you think about One Piece. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then the usual deal, comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, check out the Patreon, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Look after yourselves till next time. My name is Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays. Bye!